Hello, all my quilting and crafting friends. Linda Smith here. So my story goes like this. Last week I received in the mail this glorious grab bag of Christmas fabrics. And I thought, what can I make out of this? I thought a garland of little stockings would be the cutest thing ever. So that's what I have designed. While I was actually getting ready to cut the fabrics to film, I felt guilty about all the previous year's Christmas fabrics and decided to use my scraps instead of the beautiful new fabric I got. But regardless, let me show you how to make this garland that you can either hang on your mantle or on your Christmas tree or on a window, anywhere you want to, because it's lightweight and it's small and it's adorable. Let's get started. I have gathered all my supplies and printed my pattern and checked my square down here in the corner to make sure it's 1 inch square. That way I know that I have my little stocking the correct size. In my defense, look at these glorious fabrics. Aren't they just stunning? Anyway, not using them. I'm going to use my leftover fabrics that are scraps from previous year's tree skirt last year for everybody in my family. By the way, if you need a homemade tree skirt, the pattern for that is on our website under the tab Sew and Learn. It's only $4.99. So you're going to need, if you're going to do the fabric labels on your little stockings, if you're going to add a label and write somebody's name on it, you're going to need a glue stick. Either an Elmer's glue stick or I've got a fabric glue stick. Either one will work just fine. Now you do not need the glue stick if you're not putting name labels on your stockings. You need your jute thread, your pattern, and then the colors that you want. I have 8 family members, so I've got 8 different fabrics. To make your template, you're going to need a lightweight cardboard box. I said a cereal box on the pattern. I freeze and hoard Girl Scout cookies, so I had a Girl Scout cookie box, and that's what I'm going to be tracing my template pattern after I cut it out onto to use for cutting and tracing. So let's get this cut out. It's a very, very simple, versatile little stocking. Cut on the outer lines. Now that you have this cut out, we're going to use it to trace on our cardboard to make something a little heavier. Just got a pen here and I am simply going to draw this out on my cardboard so that I can cut it out. Now I have my template drawn and all I need to do is cut it out, and I have my kitchen scissors because, hey, kitchen scissors work really good for cutting templates out with. And I'm just going to cut on the line I just traced. I've got all of my fabrics folded in half. Now if you want to do more than one at a time, which actually I think I'm going to do a layer of 2 because I know my little scissors will cut through 4 layers of fabric okay. So I'm just going to layer them on top of each other, and that will get me 2 different colors for each template I make. Pins. Pin your fabric so that it doesn't move around on you outside of where you're going to be drawing. And draw your template. Again, it works so much easier having a nice big cardboard stock as a template pattern. There. Okay, I have that drawn now. It's time to pop a couple of pins inside the actual stocking shape to hold it in place so that it doesn't move around and you don't get odd shapes when you're cutting. And take your scissors. If you have a small pair of scissors, they like these are Jim Holtz applique scissors, but they work really well for cutting this, or you can just use regular fabric scissors, anything you have to cut your shapes out. And there you have it. This is my first two. I'm going to have all 8 of my stockings cut out, and now it's time to get ready to sew them. To do that, we just want to take them and turn them right sides together, and it might be a good idea to pop at least 1 pin in them to hold them in place while they go through the machine. I brought all my stockings over so I can just sew them all at once. I have my machine set to 1/4 of an inch and just going to sew around. You will have to stop and start in these corners a little bit and lift your foot and leave your needle down in order to get the corners sewn without straight edges on them. And I'm just going to sew my remaining ones. You see how fast they sew, and then I'm going to show you a really quick and fun way to turn them inside out. Now that we have all of our stockings sewn, it's time to turn them inside out. Grab yourself a pencil with a eraser on it, stick your finger down inside, go to your end, and then just set your eraser on the tip right there, anywhere on it, and then start to push your fabric down under through it, and like so. I just did this 4 times and it worked perfectly, and now I'm on film and there. Ha! Okay, and then you can just take your eraser on your pencil, because it's not going to hurt anything, and run your edges out all the way around. Like so. And I need to get back in there and get this bottom a little more pushed out. There's a stocking. Don't you just love that? It's just so cute. Now all you have to do is fold this end under right here, like so. And when we go to press it, that will be pressed down and in place.
I don't know that one.
Of course, Alexa has to get involved in this filming. All right, let's do one more. We're gonna grab this red one. And I'll stick my finger down inside of it. And then I'm going to put my pencil on it with the eraser on that toe of the thing, and see how fast and easy that went? That's the way it's supposed to go every time. But there's this little stocking, and I'm going to fold this end under just like I did the other one. It's approximately 1/4 of an inch that I'm folding it under, but there is no strict measurement, so however you fold it under is just fine. Now it's time to press these. And all we're going to do after you've got your little edges folded under a little bit is just press them out nice and flat. And there's one, and you can see how flat it is. Next, we will add our hangers to them, whether it's ribbon or your twine. I cut 8 pieces of my twine at 4 inches a piece because, again, I'm not hanging mine on a tree. I'm literally tying mine to another piece of twine, which I'm going to show you. So I don't need long pieces, but if you are using this for individual stockings to hang on a tree, you will need longer. Take your piece of twine and tie a knot in the center. Just a single knot is all you need. Just something for the sewing machine to catch and grab. And then we're going to take these, when you have your knot in it, there's my knot right there. You're going to fold it in half. And you're just going to tuck the knot up in the back. So this is the back side right here, in the back edge right there. So that when we sew it closed, I'm left with this tiny little piece of twine hanging out. We're just going to do that for all of them. So I'm just going to use a little zigzag stitch straight along the edge. I do have gold decorative thread in though, just to snazz it up a wee little bit. And so there's the top of a little stocking. And obviously my little ties are nice and tight in there. I'm just going to continue on doing all of mine like that, making sure that this is tucked in there right in the corner, and then sew away. This part is optional. I'm just going to create some labels for my little stockings, just to put everybody in my family's name on it. So they're not going to be anything fancy. I am simply going to just cut this strip, which I just did, and then I'm going to write their names down. And my little fabric glue stick, and just going to run some glue over this. And then add a name at the top. And I'm just going to keep on going down my family line here. Next, I cut out a length of my twine that is the distance that I measured my mantle, and it's just time to find the center of my cord and start tying them on. All right, so there's my center, and I have an even number. If I had an odd number, I would get to start in the center, but I do not. So I'm just going to space these pretty evenly down through here, and I'm just going to tie the first one on, and I'm literally just tying a knot here, just as soon as I can figure out what I'm doing. Just tying it on with a simple knot. And and I didn't even double up the knot. I just tied it one time, and you can see it holds really well. And I'm going to space mine about, looks like about every 8 to 10 inches. So obviously if you're doing ribbon, if that's what you chose to use, then just tie them on. The twine really holds really well, so I mean, I tie it with this, it's not going anywhere. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed this. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Please subscribe to our channel. We value every single one of our subscribers, and we're always going to be putting out something new. Bye guys.